8 key signs your partner is in love with you. So you don't have to be afraid you're completely in love with someone who doesn't love you back or feel the same way about you as you do about him. And also so you don't have to think about that other thing that I'm not going to describe again. They trust you. This is pretty much the biggest, most important one. Trust means you genuinely trust the other person and don't feel the need to go through their belongings, constantly speculate on what they're doing or not doing and open up their heart to you. So if he tells you private things about himself, doesn't feel the need to go through your phone and constantly investigate every little thing you do, it most likely means he trusts you. Trust is about letting someone in completely, being the person they can confide in when the rest of the world seems scary or overwhelming. If he comes to you when he's sad, frustrated or overwhelmed, it's another major sign he trusts you. Men only talk to women they trust about deep, private, sensitive issues. And remember, trust is the most important building block for love, and a huge sign he's into you. It's important that you return the favor, and trust him until he gives you a reason not to. They ask for your input on decisions. You know how it would be weird if your partner decided to just up and buy a house without talking to you? Or if they decided to move to a different city for a few months because they wanted to try it out there? Yeah, that would be weird. That would be really inconsiderate of them, and a huge sign that they probably aren't in love with you. And you should read this article if you're looking for more relationship red flags. But if they think of you first when they're faced with a big decision, if they decide to include you and listen to your counsel when they're deciding, well, that's a huge sign they might be in love with you. They give you lots of affection. And I'm not just talking about sex. Affection doesn't have to be about sex. In fact, a lot of couples engage in a lot of sex that doesn't have much affection in it at all. Sex where he doesn't look into your eyes or make you feel close and connected to him, that's not affection. Sex where you don't feel present and heard, cared for and loved, that's not affectionate sex. Affectionate sex can be one of the most intense, bonding experiences a man and a woman can have. But beyond sex, what's affection? I'm talking about cuddling, looking into each other's eyes and letting the world melting away. I'm talking about him putting his arm around you, touching the small of your back and looking you in the eyes with that certain look you literally cannot get enough of. You'd be shocked to know what a major thing it is for a guy to truly be affectionate with a woman. This shows he's most likely in love with you if he can't get enough of being close, intimate and connected with you. Honest to God affection, physical closeness, and intimacy go a long way in strengthening a relationship and helping love grow. They are curious about your day. If he truly cares about what's on your mind, how your day was and how you feel, it's a major sign he's madly in love with you. For real. When a guy isn't in love, he could give a crap about what you have to say and would never want to just listen to you talk. If he's genuinely curious, though, and listens, truly listens, this is a huge sign he can't resist you, he's in love. It also builds a genuine connection and plants the seed for an amazing, happy, healthy relationship. They have your back. Would your partner stand up for you in an awkward situation? Would they step in and defend you, not knowing whether you were right or wrong, but just because they want to be by your side? People often grow closer together by joining together to fend off outside attacks, be they physical, from snakes made out of spiders, or emotional, like some jerk yelling at you for no good reason. If some guy is screwing around with you and your guy goes crazy with uncontrollable rage, it's a huge sign he's head over heels in love. If someone hurts your feelings and he can't stand the person, another major sign he's in love with you. The bottom line is, if your partner is willing to go to bat for you, it's a great sign that there's love in your relationship. They enjoy spending time with you. It's super important to want to spend time with your partner. After all, you're in a relationship. You've literally decided that you'd rather be with each other than be alone. So wanting to spend more time with your partner is a very, very good sign. In fact, one recent theory from a Northwestern University professor named Eli Finkel proposes that wanting to invest time and effort into your relationship is a super important predictor of whether your relationship is going to work out in the long term or not. So if he loves spending time with you, great. That's a great sign that he's in love with you. If he's avoiding you on purpose, goes out of his way to do anything but talk to you and spend time with you, well, that's a sign he's not in love with you. It's sad, but true. They always show you respect. It's easy to be like, what? Your favorite show is The Big Bang Theory. That's trash. You're a trash person. I don't respect you. Okay, that might be a bit of an exaggeration. But seriously, your partner should have respect for your views, even if they don't share them. After all, mutual respect is a key ingredient with love. If they don't respect you, or you don't respect them, there's no way for love to grow. 8. They make you feel good about who you are. It's easy to feel good around someone. In fact, feeling good around someone is often a key ingredient in the start of a relationship in the forming of affection. If you feel good around someone, you want to be around them more. That's going to lead to romantic, or platonic, relationships with that person. Far more rare is the person who makes you feel good about who you are. That person takes the time to understand who you really are, what makes you really tick, and then give you affection and validation about it. Even if they do it subconsciously, this is a super important thing in a relationship. If your partner makes you feel good about who you are, there's a very good chance they're in love with you. I hope you now have a much better picture of whether he loves you from using these signs. Whether he loves you or not, you need to know about the pivotal moment in any relationship that determines if you get to live happily ever after or he leaves you, so pay attention to this next step because it's vitally important. At some point he starts to lose interest. He doesn't call you back or he becomes emotionally closed off. He seems like he's losing interest or pulling away. Do you know what to do? If not, you're putting your relationship and the future of your love life in great danger. Read this now or risk losing him forever. If he's pulling away, do this. The second problem will undermine whatever relationship you have if it's allowed to fester and destroy your relationship from the inside. So read this right now or risk your relationship, because at some point he will ask himself, is this the woman I should commit to for the long term? The answer to that will determine the fate of your relationship. Do you know how men determine if a woman is girlfriend material, the type of woman he commits himself to, or if he sees you as just a fling? If not, you need to read this next. The number one thing men desire in a woman.